Hi guys, long time no see. I know it's been a while since I've posted, so for this video I kind of want to just chit chat, and I need to do my nails for an event. So I figured my first video back is really just going to be updating you guys on my life and sort of like where I disappeared to for a little bit. I wanted to do this before I just went back to posting normal videos. So if you're not in a place to hear about pet loss, then I would recommend skipping this video, and I will see you in the next one. But if you are going to stick around, I'm just going to get straight into it. So the focus today is mostly going to be on like chit chatting, and then of course I'm going to be doing my nails. I am doing my nails for one, my birthday, kind of. I would just kind of like to have them done, but two, a wedding that I'm going to in 1 week, and I kind of want to just like knock the nails out for both. So let's get straight into it. So I'm gonna do acrylic today, and I'm doing acrylic because I wanna use these tips so bad. They are some of the nicest stiletto tips I've ever seen. I saw someone on TikTok put on acrylic and they had a tip that looked like this, and it just looked so nice. The shape looks so perfect. The part that actually goes on your nails is flatter, but they still have like a super tapered stiletto on the end, like just, I don't know, the quickness and like straightness that it goes to a point I love. I feel like as long as I do them all right, they're gonna kind of look like I sculpted them out. So I kind of just went ahead and put all of those on and prep my nails. Just kind of wanted to skip all of that today. I want to do a purple themed set because my hair is purple right now, and the dress I'm wearing at the wedding is like a dark purple, like a really dark purple. So I kind of want to do like a light purple to dark purple set. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do, but I have a couple ideas, and I'm gonna just do the same base for everything. And I want to do, I think, this color, but I may have to add more purple into it if this goes more blue. I feel like it's hard to tell with acrylic until you get it, you know, wet. So let's see what color this is. I may want it a little bit more purple. I feel like if you look at this, it looks blue in one way and then it looks purple in another. So it's really that like in between periwinkle color. I'm gonna use my Long Care Pretty Nails and Poochie's Nails collab brush and my Secret Nail Affair monomer. I love this little squeeze bottle, so convenient. Okay, let's see what color this is just straight up by itself. Okay, it looks blue, but then I feel like it also looks purple. Okay, I think I am gonna add just a tiny bit of that purple color in here, just so it's like a slight tint. I'm gonna do my entire base with this, so I do need quite a bit. Then I'll just shake this up. Okay, perfect. Love that color. Now I can begin. I don't know about anyone else, and I know I've said this before, I love my full cover tips. I feel like acrylic just looks different. And I also feel like I trust acrylic a little bit more for longevity. And I need these to look nice for a good week and a half. But probably should address that I've been gone for like a month. I don't know. It's been a while. It seems like forever. And if you remember, I think barely 2 videos ago, I had talked about how one of my dogs, I'm gonna try not to cry because I've already been crying all morning thinking about talking about it, but one of my dogs passed away a couple months ago, and another one of my dogs was sick. She had spleen cancer, which unfortunately is very aggressive and almost always like 100% fatal within 1 to 3 months, usually maybe 6. But unfortunately earlier this month we did lose her. We barely got a month with her after we found out, and while we were, you know, like expecting it, I guess, it still didn't really make it any easier, especially because the day that it happened, it kind of happened like it happened the first time with Zoe. Like something ruptured or something, I don't know, something happened like inside and she started not feeling good, and ultimately just kind of laid down and couldn't really get back up and had to go to the emergency vet. And I feel like for that month before, I was not necessarily feeling any better about my grieving for Zoe, but I was more distracted because I was trying to take care of her. But now that she's gone too, I feel like the house just feels so empty, and it just felt so soon to have to go and like redo all the stuff I just did for Zoe. Like, you know, I have to pick up her bed, and you know, we have to like remove all the medications from like our dog area and like put away all of her shirts, and their absence just feels very apparent. And I feel like it's hard because I'm grieving, David's grieving, but also it's really hard to see my other dogs grieving. And I feel like it's hard because like I know the dogs don't live as long as we do, and it's not fair, but I didn't think that I would lose both of them like within 3 months. And if you don't really like keep up with me on like my second page, I have another dog that's about 12 or 13, so he's getting up there about the age that they were, and now I feel like I'm just like worrying about him all the time now, and like I feel like I'm just having a hard time coping with all of the changes. So mainly that's really where I've been. And of course I do want to mention that I am super grateful that I am able to take, you know, bigger amounts of time off with having this as like a job. So I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you and that I'm able to do that. I was kind of getting back up, like to getting up every day and actually like doing things, but I feel like I'm getting like a second wave of, I guess, like extra hard grief, because the day you guys are probably seeing this is my birthday, and I just don't really feel like celebrating this year because it feels just like not right without them. And we have not known the birthday of most of our dogs because they're all rescues, and most of the time with rescues you don't really get a date. So what we've always done is just celebrated Zoe's birthday on my birthday. So I feel like it's just not feeling very celebratory, I guess. So I'm not really doing anything this year. I told David, like, no cake, no big gestures or anything. I kind of just want to chill because I already know I'm gonna be sad. And anyway, we have to get ready to go out of town, so I'm just gonna segue into that so I stop crying. This weekend I'll be going to California to attend my manager / friend's wedding. I'm super happy for her, and it's gonna be a pretty short trip. We booked all of this while Per was still here, and we didn't know obviously how long she would have, so we didn't want to be gone for long. But I'm just gonna say friend because she's more of a friend at this point than a manager, but it was important to me that I went. So we're pretty much just going for the wedding. We're gonna be there like a total of 48 hours maybe. So before we go, obviously we need to get the house ready for the sitter. And don't worry guys, I know every time I go out of town I feel like I get a lot of messages, which I think is really sweet, about like who's watching my dogs because of that one time that I shall not retell with the terrible dog sitter. But David's mom is actually going to be watching the dogs for us, so we're flying her in to do that because again, she wanted to see Per, but you know, she's still gonna watch the dogs, or, you know, I guess the boys now. But regardless of her not being able to see Per for the last time, it'll probably be nice for her here because David's sister also lives in Nashville now, so she'll be able to visit with her and stuff while we're gone. She's not gonna just have to like sit in the house the whole time. But whenever I have a house guest, I don't know, even if the person doesn't care at all, I have to clean top to bottom, I have to finish up any projects that I haven't. You know, occasionally I'll get on a ADHD kick of like patching up stuff around the house or whatever, and so sometimes I'll just have like unsanded, unpainted spackle on the walls like I just need to finish up in a couple places from like moving shelves and, you know, just little stuff like that. I need to redo the caulking around their sink in the kitchen, you know, just every once in a while. It's just little stuff like that, but I just feel like I have to. Like, is she gonna notice that? Most likely not. But in my head, whenever someone's staying at our house without us here, I feel like in my head I picture them going around with like a little magnifying glass, seeing like every little thing wrong with the house, which I know is not true, okay? But I feel like that's what I have in my head. So I'm just getting the house ready, and then I have to get myself ready, which is why I am doing these nails. I guess about a week is a little far in advance to be doing nails for like an event, but I just know that if I leave it to the last minute, I'm gonna stress myself out even more. And if I have them done and they're on and they're good, it'll be a big weight off my back in terms of like feeling ready to go. And I'm really trying to work on not leaving things to the last minute. I'm not saying that work is going very well, but it's something I'm working on. So here we are after filing. I absolutely love this color. I'm so glad I mixed a little bit of purple in to that like bluish periwinkle color. I love it. It's perfect. So I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do because I think it's actually going to save me some time today, and I'm actually going to airbrush my ombre on. I know, shocking, but oh hi, you can see me. Hello. I made my friend a set of press-ons, and I actually used the airbrush for those just to like do the overall color because I made a lot of them, and I kind of learned how to actually use my airbrush, so I think it'll save me some time today. So like I said, I'm going to do a dark purple on the end, and I'm still gonna do that even though my dress that I'm going to wear actually just came in and it does not fit that great, and I don't know what I'm gonna do now because I tried on one size in store and it did not fit. Well, it fit, but just not very good. It was super tight. It definitely was not gonna be comfortable. I wasn't able to like zip it up all the way, so I ordered one size bigger, and this one is kind of falling off of me, so I don't even know what to do. I don't even know if I have enough time to get it like tailored or if I have to find a different one. I have no idea, and it'll match regardless because my hair is purple. So I'm gonna pour in my liquid. Then I have my airbrush inks, and I know some people mix gel polish with either like alcohol or acetone or whatever for this, but I prefer not to spray gel everywhere, so I use just these airbrush inks, and I think that they work great. Also, then I don't have to like tape up my skin at all or anything like that. I can just do this and not worry about it. Perfect. But you actually have to kind of use a good bit of it. You wouldn't think so, but you do. I do want it to be darker, so I am gonna mix in some black. This almost has like a metallic-y color. Wonder if you guys can see it. Look at how pretty. All right, we got that in here. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that went so smoothly. I'm going to seal this in before I do the other hand. Well, am I? No, it'll be fine. I don't want my airbrush to clog up at all. Okay, that is exactly what I wanted. So pretty. Love. Okay, I'm gonna top coat these now. I'm not sure if you guys will really be able to see it in this lighting, but I believe that that pigment also had a little bit of like sparkle in it, so it looks like there's like a little bit of shimmer in the ombre. So I've been having a hard time deciding what I want to do with these, and I think that I kind of just want to bling them out. I came across this person's page and I love their crystal placements. Like, I just think they're so beautiful. Like that double right there, I love it. Kind of like similar there. That one I love. I just think they're so cool. So I think I'm gonna play around with doing something like this. But there is something I want to do. I did this on one of my past sets that I don't think I ended up filming, but I really liked it, so I want to show you guys how I did it. I'm gonna use these little gold frames. I'm gonna do that on my middle fingers. I'm gonna do that about here, and I'm gonna just do it with my gem glue, the brush, just be a little bit more precise. Perfect, isn't that so cute? And pretty much what I'm gonna do with these is kind of make them look like they are like a window into a galaxy type thing. I'm not gonna draw anything or anything specific, but just, you know, just something really cute, kind of just like a, yeah, like a space time kind of looking sparkly something. So for that, I'm gonna use this Galaxy Space Kitty from eNail. I love this one. It is so pretty, and it looks so much prettier on the nail because it's like hollow also. So for this, I'm just going to set this down in the bottom. This is also a cat's eye, but I'm not going to do any magnetic effect with it. Doesn't that already look so pretty? And then next, I'm gonna just take some clear gel because I'm gonna mix in some reflective pieces. This is already reflective, but I want it to be extra reflective. You need quite a bit. Then I'm gonna take these reflective pieces. These are like little triangles, essentially, little mini triangles. And then this reflective hollow glitter, I know, kind of hard to tell, but it is also hollow. So let's see, what else do I have going on? I've spent quite a bit of time this year tending to my plants. This year I grew a bunch of tomatoes mostly. I don't know why I do that. Last year I decided to grow a bunch of peppers, and that was my first year really gardening as an adult on my own. My mom has always had a garden and she's always done a bunch of gardening, but I just have never done that on my own. And last year I just saw these really cool seeds in like a local shop here, and I was like, I want to grow those. It was like black jalapenos and a couple other things, and I was like, what does that taste like? I want to know. So I decided to grow those, and then I ended up just deciding to do a pepper garden, and I kind of mostly just chaos gardened. I didn't really look much up. I just decided to just kind of go at it, and that went okay. I got a couple peppers, but I planted like 5 or 6 different types of peppers, and I think I planted them too late in the year, so I really did not get very much of anything. I think total I got like 15 peppers off of everything, and that was kind of sad. And the ones I started from seed really did not get anything off of it. So I found these on clearance the other day at Joann's, I think, and I think I might want to put these in the center of those. I wanted to do a butterfly, but I think they're too big. That little heart would be cute too. Yeah, I want to do the butterfly, but it's just too big, I think. And then with these, I like to make a like dome on the outside, so I fill it in and I leave extra gel. I always do make sure to hold it upside down though, and I grab like a light and I just cure it like upside down for a second. That way I can make sure that like the dome stays. Doesn't that look so cool? I feel like it's just so pretty. Then I have a lot of different rhinestones that I'm going to be using. They're mostly just like clear or like a purple with like a slight shift. Nothing super crazy right now that I have decided on. I don't know how much like, you know, color, oh my god, rainbow reflectiveness I want in these. But I'm gonna build off on this now. And like I had said, I am probably kind of going to be following some of that person's placement on rhinestones, just because I feel like those are such pretty designs. And I just like love the order in which they put everything, especially with like all the little caviar beads and stuff. Most of these rhinestones here today are Kira rhinestones, which is from Crystal Ninja. Other than that, they are Percosa. I think that's how you say it. I don't think it's Percosa. It could be. And then Swarovski. I don't usually use like super nice rhinestones all the time, because I feel like with how much I change my nails, it's really not like sustainable for that, and I don't feel like it matters that much. Of course, the better, I guess, rhinestones are going to be just a little bit more shiny, you know, and they're gonna just last a little bit better. And usually that doesn't really matter that much for mine because I do change them so much, but because I do want these to last for a long time, I am going to just, you know, use some of the nicer ones. I've been wanting to use these caviar beads for a while because these are reflective and I feel like they look so pretty. Well, you can kind of see how much it lights up. You'll understand once you see them with some flash. But the best way to do caviar beads is to just get some gel. Just get your like clear builder gel or gem glue, whatever, and then mix them with the gel and put them on like that. It makes it so much easier. So I don't know if you've ever tried to pick up a caviar bead before, but it sucks. Something I do not like about big charms or, you know, anything big on my nails is these spaces. So what I'm going to start off by doing is actually filling them with the caviar beads, just so, you know, if it adds a little bit of a more decorative element, that's great, but if not, it is filled in. You know, you can of course just fill it in with gel, that's totally fine, but I just think it adds like a tiny bit of like a decorative element to it when you're looking at them. Like, doesn't that look nice? I feel like that looks better than just like a chunk of gel. So this year I started everything from seeds, and it ended up being mostly tomatoes, and I did retry my black jalapenos. And shockingly, I have gotten a bunch of tomatoes. I have to like harvest them every couple of days now because there's just so many. I definitely made a lot of mistakes this year still. Like, they're all definitely way too close together, and they don't have enough space, and I don't think I've fertilized them at the right times with the right amount, but regardless, they've still grown and they've been so good. I feel very accomplished when we're actually able to like use the tomatoes when we're cooking and stuff like that. And I'm hoping to actually be able to try one of my black jalapenos this year. I had an incident with the squirrels this year where for some reason, even though I let them eat the bird food, they came and attacked my jalapenos. They knocked them off of a ledge and they snapped in half both of my plants, and one died fully, and then I thought they were both gonna die, so I essentially just ended up sticking like the half that broke off back in the soil next to the other one, because I kind of just like stuck it there without thinking it would really do anything, and that plant ended up recovering, and that top piece ended up propagating itself, so now it's like 2 jalapeno plants really close together, and they've actually started off putting off jalapenos, so we'll see if they actually grow to the size they're supposed to. I hope so. I absolutely love this one. It is so pretty. I love that double like French such a good idea. I think on this one I'm gonna do that like zigzag thing. Okay, I feel like the sort of like wavy design got away from me a little bit. I noticed that this person uses a lot of really big rhinestones just in general for like all of their designs, and I just prefer to use a little bit smaller ones. I just personally like a lot more little sparkles than a bunch of big sparkles. So I think that's definitely where mine didn't quite line up with theirs. Mine's more of just like a little bit of a wobbly line, but that's okay. I still think it looks pretty. I feel like, you know, if you're doing rhinestones, you can't really go like super wrong. It'll look good no matter what, so I'm not too worried about it. I think these are looking so pretty though. I've been kind of just doing my nails on and off today, so I've been back and forth between my filming room quite a lot and just like, you know, having lunch and whatever. And I got some packages earlier and David just set them aside for me to open after I was done filming, and I got one from Evie, or Long Hair Pretty Nails, and I think that he just thought that it was probably like her poly gel, so I didn't open it right away, and I just opened it. And I just want to say a huge thank you to her because she sent me a Prada wallet for my birthday, which is so incredibly kind of her. We went to lunch a while back, and I'm not huge on designer stuff. I like it, but just usually it's not really stuff I'll buy for myself. But I saw she had one of the really pretty rhinestoned Prada handbags. I'll insert a picture of it because I took a picture of it and I loved that, and I wanted one ever since. So I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it for a really long time, and I decided I wanted just like, you know, one of the basic small nylon ones, because I wanted one purse that I can just use for everything, because I've been someone who switches purses a lot, and I had a bunch of little ones, but after a while they would kind of like fall apart a little bit just because I would use them so much. So I just wanted one really sturdy, good quality one that matched everything. So eventually I asked my local consignment store, which a consignment store is a little bit different than like a thrift store. Essentially they like sell items for other people. They don't own the items they're selling. So you would go and be like, hi, I have this Prada handbag, will you sell it? And they sell it, but then they take a cut. You know, it's different than like the person selling them the handbag. Anyway, I asked them that if they ever got one of those bags in to let me know, and like 5 or 6 months later they did get one, and I got it, and it's my first ever and only designer purchase. And to tie it back, whenever I got it, I showed Evie because I was like, you're the one that inspired me to get it, because I loved her so much. And she so kindly, it's so nice of her, just gifted me the wallet to match. So I'm super grateful for that. That is absolutely insane. I feel like I kind of froze for a while after opening it, because honestly just like shook is the only way to describe it. So big thank you to Evie, that's so kind of her, and I appreciate it so much. Definitely made my day a lot better. Once again, I appreciate you guys so much for letting me just like take breaks when I need it. I'll have a second video going up this week to kind of just really get back into the swing of things. So I will see you soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!